This poor little endermine has been stuck inside this tiny little cage for what feels like months now. And this zero-tick sugarcane farm hasn't worked for a very long time too. I think you can see where I'm going with this. I mean, we might as well make the most out of this one place. And I mean, why let this prime real estate just go to waste? Okay, it's very small, there wasn't much room to do much decoration, but I still like the way it turned out. But now the tricky part, actually getting our friendermite over to his little new home. So if we break this pane, then he should hopefully get in the boat. Okay, he's in the boat, I don't have any thorns on me, do I? Nope, seems to be good, so let's go take him over. And if anyone asks, these are just love nibbles. Yeah, just love nibbles. Okay, we got him in, that was the easy part. Getting him out of the boat, that's a whole nother thing. Okay, maybe if we block this off first. -1, okay, and now we just gotta get him out the boat carefully. And, right, careful, easy, don't hit the friendermine. Our boat's usually this strong, I mean, come on, there we go, he's out, and place it, okay, he's in. We got a little friendermine in. I hope you enjoy the luxuries of your brand new home, little endermites. But more importantly, that does mean we can finally get rid of this thing. Jeez, this place hasn't felt this open in such a long time. Too bad we don't spend the majority of our time anymore in this one place. But instead, most of our time is actually spent over here at the spaceship. And I guess while we're up here, we might as well spend an hour or two working on the spaceship a little bit. In the only way that seems fitting, time-lapse. One time-lapse later, and we built up 2 new separate sides like this. And when I say 2 separate sides, what I really mean is 1.5, because I didn't quite finish that side yet. But I think when I actually get to decorating the inside of this one spaceship, I think this might be a sort of a mess hall where you can, go down the line and actually pick up some food. I don't know, we'll have to think about it a little bit more as we continue building up here. And speaking of which, I think I've come to the realization that I need to do at least a little bit of progress up here once every video, so expect, some progress here and there every single video. And I don't know, maybe another mega episode within the next couple weeks too. I have done literally every single thing I know how to do to try and keep these stupid villagers from despawning, whether it be name tagging them or curing them with a zombie or something like that, but somehow villages are still despawning in here. And this one's even a fisherman now, and you used to be like a cleric or a farmer or something. Like, what the heck is going on with villagers? So I guess my only hope is that an update comes out relatively soon, and if not, then if you know any way and actually keeping them from despawning, then please let me know down below in the comments, because this is just getting infuriating at this point. But complaining about my villagers again wasn't the only reason why I came down to the pit, because right now I am in need of quite a bit of stone and cobblestone and things like that, and I figured, you know what? Why not make a stone generator? That would literally solve all my problems just in an instant. But that's giving me another idea. What if I made a stone generator, connected up to like some moss to make a moss generator? I don't know, I don't think I'll do it with this one, but it's an idea. It's another farm to build. And considering the size of this one pit, any new build and farm ideas we come up with, we will of course be working on eventually. And now that I dug out this entire area for this farm, and in case you're wondering, no matter how many times I dig out little areas like this, I will never not have fun digging out cobbled deep slate areas like these. That is, unless if maybe Efficiency 6 and Haste 2 can make instant mine cobbled deep slate. I don't know, it's possible. But before we build the farm, we have to do the obligatory decorating the room thing. I'm starting to sound like I don't like this big pit project. Like, I do, I really like the big concept and everything. It just feels like, I'm doing a lot of the same thing over and over again. I feel like eventually I'm gonna run out of things to say, like, oh, dug out a big hole again. Oh, build up a farm again. Oh well, at least it's still pretty satisfying working on it, and the end product of the farms or the machines or the builds or anything is always pretty interesting to see in the end. Huh. Well, the decoration is down, but this entire room just seems a bit empty in my opinion. Maybe adding in a big behemoth of a stone generator farm would actually fill in this entire room. And I mean, whether it looks good or not, it'll at least fill up the room. And most of the redstone I'm doing right here is fairly similar to what I did, I believe, last season. Everything seems to be in place, but the one thing I forgot was the the lava. But I believe, like, right over here, James actually has a lava generating farm or something like that, and I believe he said I'm actually allowed to use it, so hopefully I am actually, and yeah, here it is right here, and I think if we just scoop it all up, and does every single one of these actually have lava in it? Because if that's the case, then that would make my job so much easier. Fortunately, they did. So if we just get these in place right here, and now if we flick this lever, then hopefully everything should be working as intended, and okay, there is stone generating. There's actual physical stone generating from this one thing. I'm a little bit worried I built this room a little bit too small, but at least from the looks of things, everything seems to be generating in as intended. Okay, nothing broke yet, but what happens if we start breaking stone? And yeah, everything's working. Everything is working as intended. So if we place this beacon back down, then we should be able to basically clear out this entire thing with ease. And yeah, seems as though that's the case. Okay, I think I'm a little too quick for this one machine to keep up with, but I think generally speaking, and why is there cobblestone here? Oh no. Did something break? Did I break something? It's like going on a 1-for-1 every other one. This is very odd. Okay, now it's back to just making stone. I mean, I am going to be in need of cobblestone too, so I guess that's not the worst problem to have in the world. But if you remember, I did mention that I might want to hook up an automatic moss generator to something like this, and while I'm not going to do that at least quite yet, I am actually able to do it the manual way if I don't happen to tear up the entire floor underneath me. But yeah, if I put moss down here, I bone meal in, now I get a whole bunch of moss. And it's not just to gather moss, because I actually have a little project I'd like to do today regarding moss, and stone, and cobblestone, and andesite, and a whole bunch of other stuff. And now with a few stacks of moss, cobblestone, andesite, and other things, what do I actually need all this stuff for? Well, a lot of it is actually going to be used over at Puffy's base. And geez, I've not been here in a while. There has been a lot of progress done, and why was I with a roast all the... Oh, well, that makes a lot more sense. I only built up, like, an entire wall surrounding this, I guess, nuclear wasteland or whatever he's going for. You know, I do like the direction he's going with all this, but when you think about a wasteland, what comes in your mind? Well, maybe, like, you know, a whole bunch of trash and things around maybe the outside, maybe around the outside of the walls or something like that, or, you know, or just remnants of, like, old structures or something like that. By the way, I doubt that's what Puffy's going for right here. That's just what I imagine in my head when you mention a wasteland of an area. And in my mind, there's one little thing which I could build around here, which I think Puffy will appreciate, that would absolutely fit inside of a place like this. And think, moss, stone, and cobblestone, that can only make one thing here. And you shall see what that one thing is in this time lapse. One time lapse later, and I'm pretty sure every single person watching this video knows exactly what this thing is. Yeah, I just decided to build an Oscar the Grouch just in the middle of Puffy's base. I guess mainly because, you know, he is already inside of a trash can, and again, I mentioned wasteland, sort of, you know, abandoned stuff with a whole bunch of things like that around the place, and I figured this might be a good fit for this one place. And the trash can isn't too bad, but what I really like is actually how Oscar actually turned out himself. Because my idea with Oscar was that I wanted to make him seem like an actual puppet still, with his hands sort of just, you know, flailing over the trash can, and his legs sort of, you know, seeming like actual legs, but seeming a little thin and emptier than usual human legs. And you know what? I'm a little bit annoyed that I built it over at Puffy's base, because I really like this build. I really like this design. So hopefully in the end, Puffy decides to keep it. I noticed that this side of your base was a little empty, so I decided to fill it with the only thing that made sense, a puppet that lives in a trash can. Don't worry, he's not that grouchy. And just in case Puffy has any issues with Oscar the Grouch being in this position of his one base, I've of course left a little message saying that in case he wants it moved or removed, then I will of course do it. So hopefully Puffy likes it, and who knows, if I'm sneaky enough, maybe I could build a few other types of these little statues around the place. But putting building statues and things like that aside, there's something I want to at least start testing out. So if you've been keeping up with this season, you might know that every now and then I would just hearing strange voices, and I believe last episode, I think I saw like a figure in the distance or something like that. So I figured right now we gotta get to the bottom of this. We gotta figure out what's going on. And a lot of people believe it has something to do with gold, so we might as well use this as an alternative to see if we can summon this one ghostly whatever thing. So if we throw it on the ground, then anything? No, that doesn't seem to be anything quite yet. Maybe it has something to do with when we actually lose gold or something like that. I mean, we could try anything. Nothing? That's odd. I don't know how to summon this one voice back. Maybe we have to like properly get rid of it, so maybe it's worth trying to light a piece of gold with a flint and steel. I mean, we might as well try, because I don't know what other options we have. So if we throw it in the fire, and if we put out the fire, so it is officially gone. But has that summoned anything, or has that just gotten rid of a piece of? Oh, he's here! Where's my sword? Where's my sword? Here it is. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with them. Where'd they go? Where did they go? They couldn't have gone far. Wait. There's that voice. It's coming from this way. It's coming from over here. They must be just out here. I could have sworn I heard a voice somewhere. I am so paranoid right now. Like they literally just vanished into thin air and then out of thin air in an instant. I don't know what to do. Maybe my mental health isn't as good as I thought, and I am actually hallucinating or something like that, because there is no way a person can just appear and disappear in an instant. Maybe I need to see a therapist after all. There's that creepy whisper again. Okay, I'm out of here. I'm out of this one starter base for a little bit. And I think right now I'm gonna go to my villagers and just cower over here with them. I'm safe here, right? Right? Well, hopefully I am, at least for right now, because for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later.